Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Stampin' Designs. How's everybody doing today? Hi Jamie, thanks for joining. Jamie, the card I'm doing today I realized is similar to one you did last week, but I did not realize until after I had it all prepped. Anyway, so had a bit of a disappointing day. I was all excited. My daughter and I took a ride to the nursery. I was getting all these hi Rosie, hydrangea plants, and we got there, and I think the nursery has tripled in size since a couple years ago when I went. There was hardly any parking, and there were so many people. So we drove an hour to drive an hour home with not buying one thing because it was so crowded. Hi, Amy. So needless to say, I was very disappointed. I was all excited to get all these plants, but the checkout line was at least an hour long, and no, that was too long for me. And there were too many people walking around. They didn't have their masks on, and I don't like crowds, and I thought going on a Wednesday, thanks, Rosie, going on a Wednesday was going to be, it wasn't going to be crowded, but I guess, it's, I think, 86 degrees out, and everybody wants to be out gardening now. Anyway, I'm going to get started. All right, before I get started, I just want to remind everybody, my paper shares end this Sunday, May 2nd at 8 p.m. So if you would like to get in on the shares, just send me a note at creativestampindesigns.com. And I'm going to be sending out invoices via PayPal, but you don't have to have PayPal in order to pay. That makes sense. Hi Barbara, thanks for joining. I am the other thing is, don't forget about the last chance and your clearance, the clearance rack. Those two things go away on Monday, and then Tuesday the new catalog starts. And with that, with the new catalog, we have a couple specials going on. They are anybody who places an order or has a party of $250 or more, Stampin' Up! Is going to give you an extra $25 in Stampin' Rewards. So, and that is from May 4th to June 14th. And like I said, if you want to get a bunch of friends together, have a book party, I'd be happy to help you out with that. The other thing is starting May 4th to May 31st, Stampin' Up! Is having a joining special. Instead of the regular $125 a product for $99, they're given an additional $30, so you get $155 worth of products, anything that you want for a starter kit, and then they add a whole bunch of other things they send you, other kind of business things. I know there's usually a paper pumpkin kit in it, and a lot of other things for the $99. So it's a great special if you're thinking of joining. You just want to join just for the discount. You don't have to join to sell. You don't have to do it as a business. You could just do it as a hobby demonstrator, just so that you can get the 20% discount. So if you're interested in that, just give me a holler, and I'd be glad to help you get signed up. Okay, on to the card. I'm using an older set today, the Timeless Tulips. This has always been one of my favorites. I don't know why. I guess because I like tulips. And it's funny, my son and his girlfriend went tulip picking today and brought me home a big bouquet. Hi, Lori. Thanks for joining. They brought me home a big bouquet of tulips. I'm just waiting for them to perk up because I guess the drive home, they really wilted bad. So let's get started. I didn't do anything ahead of time today. I am not, I don't want to say I'm not prepared, but I did not do any cutting ahead of time. This is what happens when I have a day off of work. I don't normally I always work on a Wednesday, but because Friday's the last of the month, I have to go in on Friday. So I said to my boss, I said, I'm just not going to come in as long as you don't mind. He looked at me, he goes, that's fine. He said, I'll see you Friday. So here I'm thinking, okay, I've got time. I've got this, everything ready. And nope, I'm more prepared when I work. All right, so we're going to start with a panel of Smoky Slate. Like I said, I have nothing at all ready. Smoky Slate, it's 5.5 by 8.5. I did do the 4 1/4 score. Now, what I'm going to do, hopefully you're going to be able to, actually I'm going to do it with my ruler. I'm going to make a little mark about 1.5 inches up. Let's get this 1.5 inches. Okay, I'm just going to make just a tiny little mark. You're not even going to see it. I'll see it, I hope. Yeah, it's just a tiny little tick mark right there. And I have a piece of basic white that I'm also going to do the same thing, that I'm going to mark it at 1.5 inches from the bottom. This piece of basic white is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to put a little mark right there. All right. I'm going to take my trimmer, and I'm going to take the center score line, set it on the cutting line, and there are papers on this, and I'm going to put the little tick mark that I made and put that there, and I'm just going to cut down. Okay, so it's just, you just have an angle, and I'm going to do the same thing with the panel of white, of basic white. I'm going to go from the corner to the tick mark and just cut. Okay, put those scraps on the side. Oops, I still need this. Okay, then this panel, this is our this was our 4 by 5 1/4. At the 2-inch mark, I am going to just cut it in half. Okay, now I'm done with the trimmer, I think. Okay, the only thing I am going to do is, sometimes you get like a little lip when you cut. I'm just going to use my bone folder just to smooth that out. That bothers me, and the paper has to be flipped over, and so I'm just going to smooth that out. What's all my stuff on my... All right, so I'm going to take the Smoky Slate, fold it in half, just give it a good burnish, and then I'm going to fold this panel. I'm going to fold that in half also. And again, see, you get this little lip. Hold on. I don't like that lip. Okay. So, this piece here will go in here, like that. And then this piece will fit just like this here. Okay, and then I have another panel. Hi, Susan. Thanks for joining. I have another panel of basic white that's going to go on the inside. So these all, I'm going to have to stamp all these now. I'm going to make sure I have them the right way. I am going to stamp the tulips first. Mainly because it helps with the placement of the stem. So the first one I'm stamping in blue, the balmy blue. I'm just going to, excuse me, just going to put it right there. And I'm closing the ink because I have stuck my hand in this ink so many times today. And then I need the stem. This one here. Again, I'm just sticking a piece of paper under it because I have put the paper on it before and then the ink actually gets on it. So I'm just going to get this lined up right about, I think that should be good. Okay. And then I just need a leaf. Have everything mounted. That I at least was prepared with. Finally got myself all these extra blocks so that I don't have to keep switching. And I'm just going to put, oops, stem there. And I did, as soon as I find it, I just have the sentiment from the Timeless Tulips, just a hello. And I'm just going to put it right on the bottom. Right there. I'm going to hope I did get it straight. Whew. A little nervous there. All right, then we're going to take the second panel. And we're going to close the green. And we're going to stamp these tulips in Highland Heather. We're going to take the medium-sized tulips for this. Right, I'm going to stamp one up top, and then one just a little lower. Close that again. Get the granny apple green and the stem again. Actually, I have the bent stem. We're going to use that. Like this one. Oh, I have ink on this. And we know what will happen with the ink. We're just going to, right there, looks good. Having trouble lining these things up today. And then the straighter stem, we'll just put here. They're going to just overlap a little bit. Actually, they're going to overlap more than I planned. Okay, well, my tulip is off a little bit. Let's see if I could fix that. There we go. That was a fairly easy fix. I'm missing your comments. I see something about roses. Oh, Rosie. Okay, we're going to just put a couple leaves. Okay, this leaf is going like this because it's a little bit of ink where it's not supposed to be. Okay, and this one here, this one's going to be a little tricky. Flip my paper over before the ink gets on this page. All right, we're going to stamp. Bear with me, sorry. To just clean my stamp real quick because I need the medium-sized one that I used with purple. Okay. I need that for the blue. All right, so we're going to put one of the blue ones right here. we're going to put another blue one right here. And I did punch the purple one. If I could find, oh, here it is. So the purple one can go up here. But that one I did Stampin' Punch out because as I was looking, I'm thinking they're going to overlap and then that would drive me crazy. So that's just going to have the straight stem. Thank you, Rosie. I appreciate that. My daughter actually did this today. She wanted to put a butterfly on my nails. And so I said, all right, but make it quick. Luckily, she uses acrylic paint. And they dried pretty quickly. All right, so this, I'm having trouble seeing. Go right like that. And again, I misjudged it. Okay, it's fine. I'm not going to touch it. One of the good things about the photopolymer stamps is I want this to bend the other way. I want it to come down. So these, you just tilt it a little. That should be right about the way I want it. And there, now I have it bent the other way. There we go. And then I'm just going to put the straighter one. Hopefully I'm going to get it right up the middle. And I also did punch out the last minute. I punched out a couple leaves to put toward the bottom. So we're going to put this, I got to get it right between the flowers. So I'm going to hold my breath for a second here. And I did. Ooh. That was not nerve-wracking at all. All right, let me add a couple leaves on the bottom. And then I do, like I said, I have some that I cut out that I'm going to just put on the bottom. Just add them in. Just add a little bit of extra. Oops, I needed this. Because I need to put the sentiment on the inside. And I want to do that before. And I just have a happy Mother's Day. I've made quite a few Mother's Day. I'm going to have Mother's Day cards for next year, I think, with the amount that I made. I'm just going to put this right. Okay, I need my grid paper for this. Try to get this straight. Here we go. All right, now I can start assembling a little bit. I'm going to adhere outside panel with some Stampin' Seal. This will give it just a little bit of a border all the way around. Well, it was supposed to. I need to give it a little haircut. I don't know why this one is not. I'm just going to take just a tiny bit off because I already stamped the sentiment on the bottom. I did try this too, to make sure, and it fit perfectly. Second time around it didn't, I guess. There we go. Just needed a hair off. Just give that a good press. We're going to adhere this one on the base. I probably should have used liquid glue with this, but just in case you need that little wiggle room. And I knew I forgot one thing. Oh, hopefully I have it cut already. I forgot about the mat for the inside. The back piece that I wanted. There we go. Okay, so we're going to adhere this to this piece. That piece of Highland Heather. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we'll just adhere this right like, oops, almost right like that. Oh, didn't realize that piece was under there. And my Stampin' seal ran out. Hang on. Luckily I had another one. Okay, today is not my day. Okay, so this piece is going to go on the outside, just like this, and this one does fit. I don't know why the front one didn't. It was a little bit short. So there you have it. Okay, I'm just going to add some of the leaves that I cut. I have just a few things that like I said, this is the extent, and I did it like about 5 minutes of. I decided real quick I'm not going to use all of them, but I just cut a bunch of leaves, cut the tulip, and I'm actually going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to put this on, because being it's on the inside, it'll be okay to pop up. It's not underneath anything. Oh, boy, there it is. Okay. Just put a few dimensionals. I'm actually going to put 4 of them. I know it's probably too much, but that's my tweezers. And this, bring it right like that. Almost like that. Center it a little bit. There we go. And then I'm just going to put pop a couple leaves on. I'm not putting all these leaves. That would be, even for me, that's overkill. I think I'll put one more, and that should be good. This one I think is going to be overlapping, so I'm going to use a glue dot for that. Actually, I'm going to put it right just underneath. And I'm going to just stick a glue dot in there just to hold it. Those come off pretty easy. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one, the way it was. Something wasn't falling right for me. There we go. Okay. Put this one down like that. And I'll put a little glue dot right in between just to hold it. Oh, actually, I could fit a dimensional on the bottom. Oh my goodness! I didn't think the dimension. The way I had it, I didn't know if I was going to be able to fit it there. And I'm just going to actually give the leaf on the bottom just a little trim. I should have done this before, but just so it's even with the bottom. All right, put these on the side. And I did cut from, oh, now I have to remember the name, the Meadows, the new die set in the annual catalog. They have little butterflies. And I just wanted little small ones, and that was the only set. It was very last minute. And I cut just a couple butterflies, and I'm just going to adhere those. I'm going to put that one, and I'm going to use the glue dots for these to adhere them. There's I don't know if you can see it, there's a slight bit of embossing on the butterflies, but there's no stamp or anything to go with this so that you can like stamp the antenna or anything. It's just, all it is a die in the Meadows stamp set. I'm sorry, the Meadows die set. It's a great die set. It doesn't really match up with the Quiet Meadows stamp set, but the dies are really pretty. I haven't played with them too much. And we're going to adhere this one right at the top of the tulip, because it has to go that way. Unless, actually I'll put it right here. And with this one, I'm just going to fluff the wings a little bit, even though I know when it gets in the mail, it'll get it's going to get smashed a little bit. So we're just going to give that one a little. There. So it's kind of it's a Z fold, but it's got the angle to it. Thanks, Susan. All right. Let's just do an envelope real quick, and the card will be finished. We're just going to stamp. Where's my scrap paper so I don't get ink all over everything? I'm just going to put the tulip right on the side here. There's the green. Oh, geez, even the stuff that's right in front of me is hiding. So I'm just going to put, okay, I'm doing the stems first this time. One like that, and I want my stem back. I want it to go the other way. Photopolymer stamps are great to do that with. Just flip them around. We'll go like that one like that. I'm going to stick my hand in one of these. Just put the leaf on either side. And what did I do? Here we go. I'm really struggling getting these open today. We'll do one blue tulip. Boy, maybe I should have done the stems first when I was stamping, since those seem to I got it right on that time. There we go. And then I just need a panel. Oh, of course, I don't have that out either. All right, we're just going to use a panel of, I'm going to just use some of the retired DSP, since I've got a lot of retired DSP here that I'm trying to get through. Just use a piece of blue. I'm not even going to cut it ahead of time. I'll cut it down. Just so the envelope is finished off. All the measurements and everything will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampingdesigns.com, along with the link to the video. And the video will also be uploaded to my YouTube channel. So there you have it. That was really, oh, hang on, I knew I had one other thing. Really on the fly doing this one today. I had taken out the opal rounds just to give it a little bit of bling. Oops. There. Just put one right there, and I'll put one more right by these tulips. Here. Just to give it that little bit of bling. Okay, so there you have it. It's I don't know, an angled Z-fold? I'm not quite sure what this would be called. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks, Amy. Right. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at creativestampindesigns.com or creativestampindesigns@gmail.com. Don't forget, if you want to get in on the paper shares, I still have a few openings before I close it off, but it will end on Sunday at 8 p.m. Got the great offer with the host club starting in May, and also the joining special for May with $155 worth of product for $99, and it ships for free. That's the best part, is that everything ships for free. And I also have, starting in June, I have another host club, online host club opening up. So if you are interested and would like to get in on it, let me know. All the information for that is on my blog, which is creativestampindesigns.com, and it gives all the benefits, what you get. It's great. If your catalog looks anything like mine, that it's got all these pages marked with all this stuff, it's a great way to get it without spending all the money at once. All right? Let me know if you're interested. Thank you very much for joining, and I will plan to be back here next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. All right? Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. Bye-bye.